All right. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's episode 2 of my thoughts on being a beginner's actor. I am on lesson 10. So I'm in class 10. My other video, I said I was on lesson 8, or I completed lesson 8, I think, if I remember that. So I made a mistake. I apologize. I was actually on 9 when I was talking about the recent one, episode 1. Episode 2, this is my review and thoughts on lesson 10. So, just in case that there's a confusion there. So, again, my name is Jordan. I'm currently in acting classes for John Casablanca. Hopefully, I said it correctly. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I probably saying it wrong, but it's John, I believe it's John Casablanca. John Casablanca or Casablanca, something like that. I can't remember, but yeah. So lesson 10. Class 10. All right. So class 10, I recently just took it. I took it Friday. Um and well, this past Friday that just passed. Um my thoughts on it so far. I love class 10. I had a wonderful coach. He was he's very invested into the acting agencies, and he's a good coach. He's very effective. I don't know if I can say his name on here. That's the reason why I'm trying to leave it out. But he's a very effective coach. So far, I have not had one problem with one coach. They are all very good. They take their time explaining things to you, and it- they have their best ways of wording or saying things to you that just keeps you interested. You know, when you're learning a certain topic or you're learning something new, sometimes a certain instructor or a certain coach or a certain teacher, when they teach things, sometimes you're not really into it. It's just the way they teach it. For these coaches and these agents and these acting classes that I'm in for John Casablanca, it's like they were made for this. They understand what you're trying to do with your life, and they want you to succeed in it really really bad. Um, so you could just feel it as they talk to you and as they go over things with you. So that part I really liked. That happens every time we in a new class, because we every new class we always have different coaches. Now, class 10 was about improvising. Improvising, for those who don't know, improvising, you improvise in a scene, basically going off script. So if you have a script that a director or anybody gives you, and you're going over it, and then you just throw other things in there that wasn't part of the script or wasn't part of what any director had told you, and it's your imagination and it's your lines of out of your mind. You're just throwing things in there. That's basically improvising. So I could go over a script, you know, and there's some things I thought I should add in without really telling the director. I just go about it. Now sometimes the director, from what I'm told, they don't like that. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they accept it. Sometimes they don't. Um, Sometimes they want you to keep doing it, and sometimes they be like, okay, that's enough. That's my understanding of it. Now I'm pretty sure improvising happens all the time in the big movie industries, especially in very popular movies. That these are just scenes that directors never cut out. Sometimes improvising works and sometimes it don't. Now, there's a lot of scenes in movies, especially Oscar nominated movies or Golden Globe nominated movies, that is a lot of big actors who improvise. And then winds up making it in the cut. For example, Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm a big fan of his. He did this in Django Unchained. He was um, he was in the dinner table with Jamie Foxx, and it was a part where he was basically interrogating them in a scene, and Jamie Foxx's wife was pinned down on the table, and Leonardo DiCaprio slammed his hand on the table and while him cutting himself with the glass. The director didn't cut it because Leonardo DiCaprio just kept on going along with it. Now that's improvising. So it's pretty good improvising. So come to find out, I had read the article about that. that it was an improvised scene when I had finished seeing the movie. And um very intense scene. I remember the first time watching the movie, I was like, oh, holy shit, it's crazy. But that was an improvised scene. Pretty good improvised scene as well. You know, he made it to the cut. Leonardo DiCaprio, I believe he had to get stitches and stuff like that, so it was pretty good. Anyways, it's not about Leonardo DiCaprio, but I'm just trying to point out the improvisings to you. Um, but yeah, so this is what we had learned in class, and we was just playing along with it. It was pretty cool, pretty intense. Certain scenes that we were doing is pretty intense, and some scenes were actually pretty fun and funny and enjoyable. Really, really, really cool stuff. Very cool stuff. What we did was there was he had at least 10 of us in the class when the coach called us out for improvising scene, and he would basically start it up. So he would say, hey, we at the beach, and I'm doing this and that in the beach, and I see somebody. There's a guy, I believe I met him once or once maybe three times, stuff like that, throughout the day or probably throughout the week, stuff like that. His name is Jordan. He's a cool friend of mine, and then the scene goes from him to me. So and went from him enjoying the beach, looking at looking at the sky, blue sky, stuff like that. My voice is cracked. Looking at the blue sky and the birds, seagulls around, stuff like that. And he don't really like the, the tension and the feel of the ocean water. He likes the pool better and stuff like that. And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm not really enjoying this. Hey, Jordan, what do you feel about it?" And then the scene comes from him to me. So that scene, I take it in. Um, I wound up improvising, saying, "Yeah, I this water, I'm not really a big fan of it either. I don't like really salty water. I like the pool better as well, cleaner. With chlorine and stuff like that. Um, there's a lot of seaweed and stuff like that. And then I describe another character that's in the beach with me as well. That's another student in the class, and I wind up throwing it to them. So it's basically the camera's on me, just an invisible camera, and it goes on them. So I describe the character before I even give it to them, so it gives them a chance. As Let me reverse that. I'm sorry. It's my character. I describe who I am and what I don't like about the beach. Then I talk about another character, not the one who was the previous before me. I talk about a new character. So it's basically someone else in the class, and that's their character. But I have to describe who they are. So as I'm going along, improvising stuff like that, the beach, I don't like it so much. There's a lot of sand, a lot of seaweed, stuff like that. And I'm like, this, hey, Andriana or Hannah, what do you think about it? And then the camera goes from me, the scene goes from me and it goes to them. And then they improvise of how they feel about the beach and stuff like that. So that's improvising. We're not even going along with the script, that's improvising. We're making our own stuff up, making our own imaginations. So that's improvising. I try to be in much detail as I can. Trust me, I'm not talking to you like you're stupid, but I'm just trying to be as detailed as I can. So you can fully understand. Because sometimes when people just, describe things, they use too many big words and they just keep on going off or make it really, really short for someone to at least try to understand. I'm one of those people. I need to, hear about it a lot. So, so I can fully understand it and, and perfect it as much as I can. And then we did other lines and other scenes without a script and very intense ones, very emotional ones. People will bring up a monologue, and in a certain character in the monologue will use someone in the class to play as that certain character in the monologue that someone else brought up, and then we play along with it. We tag along with it. Keep on going with other classmates and see what they do with other characters that's mentioned inside the monologues, and they so on and so forth. And that's how we was the whole 2 hour class. And it was pretty cool stuff, and I enjoyed every moment of it. Um, so we are going to class 11 the next time I have class, and I'll put another video of that as well because this is the whole point of me making these. You never know in the future, you don't know where I could be at in the future, and to look back at this, how I started, is pretty cool if you think about it. So, um, This is the end of the video. This is all I wanted to give out today. It wasn't so much in class 10, but I have no idea what class 11 is gonna be like. Um, but I'm prepared for it mentally, and I'm so stoked. And every time I join these classes, I can tell you now, I'm so happy every time I join these classes. I see the familiar faces that tag along with me. And it's pretty cool. I tell you guys, it's pretty cool. Beginner's actor, and everyone else who's joining as beginning actors as well. Whoever's joining, whoever's watching this, it's pretty cool stuff. Give it a chance, guys. You'll like it a lot. So yeah, so this is the end of the video. I'll post another video up probably Saturday. I'll probably try to post videos every Saturday. I know it's Monday that I'm posting this, but every Saturday, hopefully, I could get to this and post every Saturday. Um, 10 minutes or a little bit longer to tell y'all how I feel about it and stuff like that, my thoughts on it, to prepare y'all. So when you join an acting class, at least you'll know the the little bit of what I know or more. You never know. But yeah. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I really appreciate it. You can support the channel, leave comments down below, like, and thank you again for watching this, and I appreciate it. So have a good one.